Hey Maria, Melita, Kelly Age. Hey Martin. How are you guys? Gems World. Maria de Los Angeles. Hey Cinnamon. Excuse the noises in the background, but my dogs are watching Bluey. If you don't know what Bluey is, it's a cartoon made for dogs. It's Jackie. I loved the last live, it was so helpful. Looking forward for this one. Okay, Melita. Yes, Bluey is a cartoon made for dogs because it's in dogs' colors, and because they usually see orange and green. I think, I don't know what they see. Hey, baby cupcakes. And they also love the noises. Hey Sukyo. Thank you for the roses, baby cupcakes. I know, Melissa, how are you? Can you guys hear any background noise or? Melita, thank you. Blue Bentley, hey Blue Bentley. Hey Melanie, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, Cinnamon. You all manifested me. Hey Kubos. Yes, it's Kubos is the Bluey cartoons for my dogs. My SP got denied his clearance to leave the Lebanese army because of the war. He is sad. Well, you can decide for him, baby cupcakes. You can decide for him that he can leave the army. Hey Alexandra, Effie. Well, stand in your decision, baby cupcakes. It's an honest decision that he leaves the army. That's it, it's done. You decide for him. How are you, Alexandra? CJ, you said you've wanted to win the lottery since you were a kid, but you didn't yet. Why do you think that is? Because I found it impossible and I was kind of in a desperate energy to win the lottery. It was now after I learned how to manifest consciously that I don't even play the lottery. I will just allow my 3D to bring it in. I guess I didn't. You can't see me because I just smoke a cigarette. So I didn't win the lottery. Lost connection. Okay. Can you guys hear me or am I cutting out? So, Claudia, I think I didn't win the lottery because yet I haven't embodied the I'm a Joker lottery winner self until I knew about conscious manifesting. But I'm not in a rush. Like, the 3D can take all the time it wants. And by once, I let my power decide. I don't really care. I'm losing faith in manifestation. I just don't have the energy to do it anymore. I'm feeling low. Look, it's not like you're losing faith in manifestation. You are manifesting regardless, whether you trust it or not. The point is to do it consciously and to do it willingly, so that you can have the outcomes that you desire, Sukyo. So if you ever lose faith in manifestation, why don't you do a little reverse engineer and see how you manifested your whole life? Hey Elena, what was my first job in Greece? I was working at a bar. Hey World Legend, hey Sky, hey Elena. CJ, I haven't heard anything from SP and tomorrow we have a meeting and Saturday is the wedding of our friend. And I was feeling sad yesterday and today. So you have a meeting on Saturday, so you'll hear from them then when you have the meeting. Just because you didn't hear about them, it doesn't mean that they're not going to join you on the wedding, Melissa. Can you trust that regardless of what happens or regardless of what you perceive, you will still get the outcome that you want? Hey Dina. So I guess you want to go to the wedding with him. His friend said she thinks he loves me just before, so I'll take that even though he said he doesn't. It doesn't matter what they say, honestly. You're the one that gets to decide. It really doesn't matter what they say. I couldn't manifest my SP, haven't heard from him in 9 months. Then I met someone else and they also want, I guess. What do you mean they also want? What do you mean Sukyo? And just because it didn't manifest in 9 months, where were you thinking? In those 9 months, were you waiting? They also ghosted you. Well, what is your self-concept? Are you ghosted by the people you like? Try and identify the thoughts behind that. Try and identify the beliefs that you have it with men in general and with relationship in general. What are your thoughts, Sukyo? Just because you couldn't manifest them, like it's been 9 months, first of all, you shouldn't be counting time. Like it shouldn't matter how long it takes. But if you're doing it for 9 months, where were you thinking for 9 months? Were you in the state that I can have this person, they're mine? Or were you in the state of I'm trying to manifest them, but I don't think I can do it? Analyze your thoughts and tell me, answer me in the chat. I'm trying, I feel good about myself, but I haven't heard anything. Well, Melissa, look, did you have a relationship with this guy? Answer me in the chat. About a wedding on the 4th, I had word from SP that we are going on the previous afternoon to the date to the event, more like evening around 8 p.m. So you see, Elena? You see, Melissa, Elena had the same story as you. And she still heard about her SP. From her SP. Guten Abend. Wish fulfilled. Okay, yes, because we are invited is the wedding of our friend. Look, Melissa, honestly, like you have had this person in your life. Could you please tell me, like, you even have a song together? Like it was something serious in my point of view. So you know how it feels to have them, right? You know how it feels to be loved by them. You were in a relationship and pretty sure in the beginning they were loving and caring. So if you do know how it feels like to have him, why don't you go and embody the version of you that you were back then when you had them? I guess I did waver a lot and I don't want to spend years waiting for one person. Well, you don't have to wait for one person. No one is telling you to wait years for some person. Like, manifesting is not putting your life on hold for anyone. It's not putting your happiness on hold. You should live your life because that's what you do when you have them, right? If you had them right now in your life, would you say that you're waiting for them? No, because they're in your life. So you would live life. You will focus on manifesting on other areas too of your life. I cannot see how many viewers I have. Sometimes I'm scared to consciously manifest stuff because I'm scared that it won't work. Weird. This is an awful assumption, Alexandra. What do you mean you're scared to consciously manifest? Like, if you won't consciously drive your car and you allow your car to go wherever it wants, what do you think will happen? You will have an accident. Thank you, Manar, for sharing the live. As for the most recent person who ghosted me, I genuinely believed they were going to contact me. They didn't. They showed me interest before we got intimate and then they disappeared. Just because, like, they disappeared, you were giving it a meaning like, wait, you genuinely, how long has it been since you didn't hear from them, Sukyo? They cannot do anything on their own accord. It's not like they're on purpose doing anything to hurt you. You gave it a meaning that they are going to ghost you. And you see, even if you do change partners and even if you do change specific people, you haven't changed yourself, so they will continue to reflect the same self-concept that you have about yourself and them. So address your limiting beliefs. What are your limiting beliefs in love? Hey, Fee. Hey, Blue Heart. Do you think being aware of limiting beliefs is enough to eliminate them? Yes, because you can consciously choose not to have them. But even though if you're not aware of all your limiting beliefs, the easiest way to be aware of your limiting beliefs is to look in your 3D world and to see what is presented to you in the 3D world. That's how you will understand what limiting beliefs you have, because your 3D world is your mirror. And even though if you're not consciously aware of your limiting beliefs, you can still assume that I have no limiting beliefs. I am living my life. I'm manifesting everything else except for love. Well, see, Sukyo, don't say that. This is a thing that you don't want to say. That I manifest everything else except for love. Because I manifested a real bad version of him, and since then I was struggling. Yes, what's wrong, Melissa? You can get rid of the old story. Just assume that he's a different person. Like, when you think about the real bad version of him, and you think, see him as a new person, as a total stranger. Like, this version of him it's a total stranger, and you're manifesting a new, fresh person. Just that they have the same body and the same name. Try to see him as a different person. 27, thank you, baby cupcakes. Hey, Blue Heart, I believe you are Chuchu. When you trust that something will happen, what do you feel? Relief? Yes. You feel relief and you feel safe and you don't worry anymore that it won't happen. How would you manifest weight loss? I would go by my metabolism is perfect. I can eat whatever I want. I don't gain weight. My body is at the weight I want. I can eat whatever I want, and my metabolism works perfect. You said we should be doing methods to change our state, not to manifest something. I remind myself of it every day. Yes, look, techniques are there for you to help you embody the state. It's just like the pills are there for you to not have a headache, but it's not the pills that help you not having a headache. It's you believing that by taking this pill I will not have a headache. So it's kind of a placebo. Techniques are kind of a placebo. I like the my favorite technique is how would you feel if you were loved? How would you feel if you were adored? And you kind of feel the some feeling. If you don't feel anything, it's perfect. Don't stress about it. But you would feel neutral, you would feel yourself not worrying, you would feel safe, relieved. So I changed one situation in one day. Perfect dinner. I've got a new job. I'm starting a new master's. I have friends, hobbies. My life is full. It's full on. I saw them a week later because we usually go to the same karaoke. I asked him about the situation and he acted completely different and told me he didn't want a relationship. It's been 3 weeks, still haven't heard from him. Look, you are giving it a meaning, but it's actually normal because after 3 weeks I would have given the same meaning. But look, you are giving it a meaning that this means that they don't want you. This means that they don't want a relationship with you. But look, linear time does not exist. Like, why don't you detach from your 3D and look at the bigger picture? Like, I know I'm the operant power. You told me that you don't believe in manifestation, but you told me that you manifest a lot of things, but not love. So why don't you take your cues from the manifestations that you had in other areas? And I would suggest you put relationships off the pedestal because when we pedestalize something is when we believe that something is different or something is harder than something else. That's when you make that thing so important and so special and different than anything else. So you put a label that I manifest everything but relationships. I manifest all kind of SPs but this one. So you should really try to understand your limiting beliefs and just assume that I don't have them anymore. Like I'm this new person. Thank you, Melissa, for the potato. Thank you also, Alexandra, for the potato. Thank you for sharing the lives. Bobby, thank you for playing with your food. I keep returning back to my old version while embodying my new version. Why are you allowing this to happen, Manar? Like you have the power. Why is it more comfortable to be the old version? Are you enjoying being a victim? It's like you really have to get sick and tired of being your old version. I've been working on self-concept and now sometimes I feel I don't want an SP anymore. Is that normal? Yes, because you don't see them as that magical unicorn anymore. It's like you don't want them like... You don't want the old version of them. You don't want the old version of them being an asshole. You know you deserve better because you've worked on your self-concept. But self-concept is not something that you work on. I believe you just switch self-concept and you choose to be someone else. And self-concept is not self-confidence. It's totally different. Like self-confidence, it's a part of self-concept, but it's not all that self-concept is. Self-concept is who you are. I am. It might also be mistaken for state, but a mindset has a different self-concept. So if it were to be like this, the mindset, the states of consciousness come first, then in the mindset it's included the self-concept, and then it's included the feelings, thoughts, etc., etc., etc. Sometimes I'm afraid that my manifestation will show up. It's because you don't believe you're the operant power. You didn't understand that you're the operant power yet. And you still believe that the 3D has free will to show it or not. He has been in the army for 18 years and he wants his retirement pay, so he has to be let go by them. Well, assume baby cupcakes. Decide he's going to be let go. Decide he's going to get whatever he wants. Hey, my manifestation momentum. Love and joy, everyone. Hey, Judy. What is this? What language is this? Chuchu, is this you? Kalini moki doka haka inyali. Interesting language. Why do you think that focusing too much on a desire energetically drives it away? I don't use the terminology energetically because I don't use it. But it seems like more like a law of attraction terminology, and I don't like law of attraction. So focusing too much on a desire keeps you in the state of wanting, and you can no longer desire what you already have. Like, it's okay to desire it. It's okay to be aware that, okay, I desire it. But this shouldn't take long. Like, you desire it, and after that, you should hop in the state of, okay, I'll get it. Like, I can remember when I desired an iPhone, and I desired it for like a day, but then I stopped desiring it, even though I didn't have it, because I knew I will have it. Yes? So I don't keep desiring my iPhone over and over again for 10 days, for a month, for 3 years. I don't keep desiring it, because when I desire it, I automatically tell myself I don't have it. That's why I desire it. I mean that sometimes I rather take an action than just assume it is going to solve by itself. It's because I'm afraid that just assuming is not enough for wait. Because I'm afraid that just assuming is not enough for some stuff. Yes, but look what you are assuming. You are assuming that you need to take action in order for it to happen. This is also an assumption. So you are assuming that I must take action because just the assumption won't do. But it is just the assumption of you having to take action. It's also an assumption. Isn't it, Alexandra? Why don't you play with it and just assume for things that they will come and see what happens? Like, do it purely manifestation. This is what I'm intending to do. And I'll literally like to see money from the sky, because I'm just assuming I don't want to take action. I don't need to take action. Martin, I did it. I lost 25 kilograms. Just say you have your dream body. Perfect, Melissa. I call it ease when embodying the state. Yes. How to change perspective about the SP? It seems cold with me. Well, that's what you do. You change perspective, Judy. Why does it seem cold to you? Because that's what the perspective that you have. And the perspective comes from your self-concept that says, I'm not worthy of a nice behavior. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of him being hot. Or I don't believe he'll be hot for me. So you change perspective by understanding that I am the person that my SP can be hot for me. I am the person that is worthy and able to receive hot treatment from their SP. I am the person that no one dares to get cold on me. Thank you, Suka, for the rose. Just 1 minute, guys. 1 second. And we're back. Okay. Hi, I just. And I said you potato and you didn't see. Again, I did see. I did see. I told you thank you for the potato. It's weird that I'm holding on to 10 kilos. I lost 27 kilos, most gained 14, lost them again, but still keep the last 10 kilos I want to lose. Well, don't keep them, Elisa. Elena. Don't keep them. The same way you lost 27 kilos is the same way you're gonna lose 10 kilos. Like, why are you stuck on that number? Hi, divine feminine goddess Claudia. You're welcome, Sukyo. Melissa has sent the whole family of potatoes. Thank you, Melissa. My weight went through all kinds of stages with my 4 pregnancies. 4 pregnancies, Elena? Wow, congratulations. I now have the story that I lost weight easier when not knowing about conscious manifesting. Dumb. Yeah, I used to have that story also. And it was not a pleasant thing to do, to say that, hey, I used to manifest better when I didn't know about conscious manifesting. I wish I could just forget it all and do it unconsciously the way I did it until now. And guess what? I forgot about it and then it was a fucking hell. I got my desire. I wish I could just forget about conscious manifesting. I was a master manifester better when I didn't know how to consciously manifest. This is hard. I wish I could go back to factory reset and not remember anything. Guess what? The wish got granted. I didn't do anything for it and it got granted and I forgot I was God and then fuck me. It was very hard remembering again. You are assuming that assuming isn't enough. Yes, Melanie, perfect. Day 5 of my SP course and I feel amazing. I feel focused on myself and more in peace. I feel relaxed in the feeling like, well, why to worry if I'm the God? Yes, perfect, Maria. Perfect, that's what you have to do. Regardless. Why the fuck can't I? How many potatoes are there? How can... Okay. Now. But why couldn't I have pinned the comment under review? What do you have to review? Why can't I pin the comment? Anyways. I wanted to pin your comment, Maria, but it won't let me. I decided that SP will show up and how I want, but I caught myself looking in the 3D. Well, looking in the 3D, we still have to exist in the 3D, but don't take the 3D seriously. Like, don't take it like it has the last word. You have the last word. Arabic, not... Okay. Thank you guys for the potatoes. I'm gonna make a potato salad. So, you understand, Melissa? You can look in your 3D, but don't take it as final. Like, the 3D doesn't have the final word, you decide. The 3D doesn't get to decide anything. So what if you looked in the 3D? Like, it's only normal, okay? We all look in the 3D, and it's not about ignoring your 3D, it's not taking it serious. It's not letting the 3D tell you what you can have or not. Regardless of what the 3D says, like, let's just say the 3D throws you a circumstance that you don't like. You don't allow that circumstance to tell you that I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have my manifestation. How to persist knowing I have perfect eyesight. It's so apparent that it's not. Then I get discouraged. You decide, Erie, that I am the one that gets to decide what eyesight I have or not. No one else can decide. I can decide, not even my eyes. Because eyes are 3D item. So you say, I don't care what the 3D says. I know I'm going to have perfect eyesight, and I know I don't have to do anything about it. I have a friend that manifested not wearing glasses anymore. So if she could do it, you can do it too, Erie. Yes, because when I'm in contact with this P, I don't desire it. I just know I have it. Yes, him. Well, you can say it. It's practically the same thing. We have to work on it. Work on what is fulfilled. How do we snap out of assuming that just assuming is not always enough and that you need to take action, Elena? Because, yes, Melanie says perfect, just by deciding that it's enough. And even you assuming that assuming is not enough is still an assumption. So you see how assuming really is enough. You see the paradox. You assume that just assuming is not always enough. So it's still an assumption. So isn't this enough? You assume that is not enough. When we feel really good about ourselves and our desire, that it's ours, why isn't here yet? Because you are still looking at the 3D as it has something to say, Mimi. Do you believe the 3D has free will? Do you still believe the 3D is outside of you and it gets to decide? And what's with the urgency, guys? Why are you all so urgent in getting your stuff right now? Everyone wants it yesterday, but why should this be such an urgency? Like, it's not here yet, it's not here yet. You're only waiting for yourself, you're not waiting for someone else. You're not waiting for the 3D to bring it to you. You're waiting for yourself to bring it yourself to you. So when you feel it is not really feeling good about yourself, it's you trusting that it will manifest. And live your life. Do the things you enjoy in the meanwhile. This comment is just, I don't want to forget about it. No way, just funny with the assumption about my weight. I'm changing it. A lot of potatoes. Hey, Sophie Laros. Bon appetit. Yes, so many potatoes. DE. 3D is what we already created in the past. Yes. What's your point? Do you have a point? The 3D, it's also us. It's the world that we play in. It's our playground. But it's still us. It's still the reflection of us as source. So the reflection, isn't it still us? Hey, Pixie. My SP hasn't texted me for so long. What do I do? Assume that he loves you. Assume that it doesn't matter. Assume that the circumstance is not going to command you to get in victim mindset again. Because when specific people don't text you, you tend to assume that he doesn't love me. He's not interested in me. I'm a victim again. He's doing it again. He's just like all the other guys. I'm losing him. It's basically like you're so afraid of losing him and you take everything that happens in the 3D as a proof that you're losing him. That's why when we don't get texts, we are afraid, or I'm gonna lose him. Trust me, I had an ex-girlfriend visiting me at my work job. Like, this is for real. And I was blocked everywhere, and we were in no contact for 6 months. And I was blocked everywhere. And she came and found me at my work job. Just because I made a joke and I said I wanted to see her come. So it doesn't really matter. CJ, sometimes I decide that I'm gonna have my desires tomorrow or like before this month ends, but it doesn't happen because you are setting a timeline. You are set, how is it called? A time frame. Aren't time frames supposed, like by assumption, aren't time frames supposed to be past? I'm gonna have it by tomorrow, but you are still, when you decide that I'm gonna have it by tomorrow, you are putting yourself unconsciously in a state of waiting. You're waiting to see, is tomorrow going to manifest? And you're expecting for it not to manifest. But if you did really trust that it would manifest, you wouldn't set a deadline. Yeah, deadline, that's how they are called. Because I don't play with time, I really don't care about time. So that's why I don't set deadlines for myself. It's not something that it should happen tomorrow. No, there's no urgency. Why should it happen tomorrow? Just by saying it's gonna happen tomorrow, you assume that it's not already here created. You don't allow it. You command it to be tomorrow, but what if it was appointed to happen in an hour from now? Why do you mess with the bridge of incidents? Knowing that the bridge of incidents is still you, why are you afraid? He was in the wrong in our fight, but he didn't text me since Wednesday. He was in the wrong in our fight, but he didn't text me since Wednesday. Forgive him because he was just reflecting you, honestly. Because before I decide, I'm being in my God state. You are always in your God state, but you are expecting that the 3D has free will and it won't show it to me. There is a possibility. Hey! What the fuck was that? I liked it. I didn't have the chance to enjoy it, like it went like poof. I liked it. Moustache goes well on me. I think I was French or something. Parlez-vous français? No. So if you decide in your God state and you play with tomorrow, but time does not exist. Time is an illusion, so how can you command time that does not exist to obey? Tomorrow does not exist. It's a construct. It's an idea. So if you truly were God, you would just assume that it will happen and you wouldn't care when. How to tell if I want my SP out of ego and limerence or is genuine desire? Kelly H, I've really just had a post about out of ego and limerence. I don't believe that bullshit. You want it because you want it. Because it's yours to have. Who the fuck cares if it's out of ego or limerence? You just want it. It's like you're saying that ego is bad and I cannot have this desire because it's out of ego and ego is selfish. And I'm supposed to be this kind human being that would think twice before desiring something that is not for me. What do you mean? You're assuming that you're finding excuses for why you don't have your desire. You're not allowing yourself to have your desire because you find the excuse of being out of ego. A desire is a desire. The desire is divine. It's a message from your higher self, so how can it be from your ego? This is a limited thinking. Maria, hi, I'm always focusing on time. Why are you focusing on time, Maria? It's like you ordered your food and you're out there in the watch and you're looking like, oh, it's been a second, my food is not here. It's been 2 seconds. Can't you see you're harming yourself? I shifted my urgency with curiosity and I satisfied curiosity in my imagination with visualizing. Perfect. Today I got shoes for free. I assumed once, didn't care and got them. Just for out of curiosity. Are you a coach in Poland, Alexandra? I just got some post of you in my For You page. And I said, hey, it's Alexandra. She's a coach. Nice. How do I why are the comments? How do I find out which beliefs I hold? Sometimes I don't know. You look in your 3D, Pixie. What do you see in your 3D? Or you sit with yourself and you ask yourself, what patterns did I have in my relationships? What patterns did I have at my work? What patterns do I have with my friends? That's how you understand. Everything is possible. When we know we have it, we don't care about the time. Yes. When you know you have it for sure, you don't care about the time. It's like you make your order on Shane and you know that it's going to be here in a month. And I assumed that my order from, although I'm in Greece and ordering from Shane takes you like they have this nice phone cases, and I ordered like 30 phone cases, and they say the order should take a month. I just assumed it would be here in 2 weeks, and obviously God is more powerful than Shane's policy of delivery, and they got it here in 1 week and a half, I think. How to change a relationship from toxic into a healthy one. Uh, I'm gonna mess up your name, I'm sorry. Gracie Zeka. Well, understand that nothing is toxic or healthy. You are the one defining the concepts. So why do you say it's toxic? Based on what meanings do you give? So you take your time and you see, what do you believe about relationships? What do you believe is toxic for you? What do you believe is healthy for you? And you ask yourself, why can't I allow myself to have a healthy relationship? Even the label that this relationship is toxic, it's a little... Nothing is actually toxic or healthy. Everything is neutral, but you're giving the meaning that is toxic. I'm just doing a live. I just had the assumption that someone is going to call me, honestly. I just missed your comment. Baby Cupcakes, please put your comment, because comments go... I cannot... Just, if you want your comment, Baby Cupcakes, please put your comment, because comments go... I cannot... Just, if you want to... Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I'm sorry, but this is what happens when I get phone calls. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so how would you manifest him in my situation? I get to decide. He's the best version of him. I don't take no for an answer. This is for you, Melissa. I don't care. I don't give a shit what he says. I don't give a shit what he does. He's gonna be there and he's gonna be here hot. And I don't care if I don't hear about him. Hear about him what? I don't need his permission. I don't need his permission. I don't need a text message from him telling me that yes, I'm gonna come. I don't need that kind of permission. I'm the one giving permission. Do you believe in borderline personality disorder? No, I don't believe in any disorders. That's why I don't manifest them in my world. I used to believe about dismissive avoidant, and I manifested the behavior for my girlfriend being dismissive avoidant. So no, fuck no. From then I just said no. She's secure attached. We focus on time because of fear, because we're not living in the end. Yes, Maria, and because I understand, like, it's normal for you to want to get your shit right now, but it's like you believe your life is going to end. You're not going to experience that. It's like you're running out of time. Like, we want it now because we're afraid that we're losing our time, and we're afraid that we are losing our life. We are afraid we're gonna die and I'm not gonna get the experience. That's why we want it now, in my opinion. Baby Cupcakes, as I told you, insert the comment again, and I'm going to answer to your comment. Okay. I just like that Alexandra writes her comments 2 or 3 times. Like she's spamming the chat with the same phrase. Maybe you should learn from Alexandra Baby Cupcakes and write it 3 times. Choose an X. We can always start over. Whatever my previously thoughts or how we reacted doesn't matter, right? Because every moment is a new moment. Yes, every moment is a new moment. Start over. Creation is already finished, and you can always start in the now. That's why I say it doesn't matter. You begged, you cried, you made fun of yourself in front of your boyfriend. It doesn't really matter. You can decide in the now that nothing matters, and he's very okay with it. And you can decide this is who I am from now on, and that's the result you're going to have. Just one minute, guys. I still cannot see who is online. How many guests do I have? Why is the TikTok doing this? I really don't understand. Wait. Can you guys tell me how many viewers I have? 50 people? Are you kidding me? Nice. Thank you, Elena. I'm just posting for fun. Okay. I like that you post for fun, Alexandra. Thank you, Marina. And congratulations, I don't know. CJ, you should offer a course for coaches. I want to be a coach in my country. Law of assumption is not popular down here. Okay, I will. I think the master class is a perfect... Look, Maria, the master class, I think, is the perfect... No, I now understand what you want. I now understand, yes. Like the steps a coach should take into coaching. Okay, I think I will do that, yes. Where are you from, Maria? So we're gonna be French again. Are you ready to enjoy it? No, not yet, Melissa, because now I'm smoking and I have the CJ, did you study in Boers Academy? No, I studied in Manifestation Academy in America. But she used the same name, so people get confused, especially people who are in Romania. I don't agree with Boers because she's like in trauma and she's just keeping the poor guys in cycles of inner child stuff and bullshit. I don't know if TikTok is filtering my comments. What did you write, baby cupcake? I don't know what happened to the TikTok. I don't know what I manifested today. TikTok is a real... And I'm not a coach. I'm still learning stuff. Okay, Alexandra, it doesn't matter. I wish you the best, and everyone has their answers within themselves. Hey, Sue Williams. I said he threatened to sell all guys on TikTok a pic of my... okay, if I talk bad about him. Now I can see your comment, baby cupcakes. Maybe that's why he... Yeah, okay. Well, he threatened... No, you just feel threatened by him. Do you really... Baby cupcakes, I really want to ask you this question. Do you feel like you're intruding in his life? Do you feel like you're not a welcome guest in his life? CJ, I just want to go to sleep, and when I wake up, I find myself in the reality that I want without doing anything. This is perfect. Just decide before you go to sleep that tomorrow I'll wake up in the reality I want. And you really don't have to do anything. And I'll explain why, Chichu. Because regardless if you are conscious or not, you are jumping realities. You are quantum jumping every second and every new reality. Even though for you it might seem the same or it might have similar, familiar elements, it's still a new reality. You understand? It's not one reality. There are an infinite number of realities, and you are jumping on them every time you make a new decision, every time you have a new assumption. This is so complex and so wonderful, what we as creators have created for ourselves. Tutio, okay, but I got restriction from Paul is that I'm not allowed to go even close to my SP. It doesn't really fucking matter. Well, don't go close to your SP. He will come or she will come close to you. You don't have to go close to them. Did you play in your 3D a little more than you should have? Did you force the 3D too much, Tuchio? That's why this will be like, look, guys, Tuchio will have the best success story because are you a he or a she? I don't really care what you are. It doesn't really matter. So Tuchio will just have to assume that their SP will search for them because even if they do want to take even if they do want to take forced action in their 3D, they cannot because they have a restriction. So they might be locked up if they do so. So they are forced to not take any action and just assume. And you will see, Alexandra, how just the assumption is enough. And you will see that Tuccio will assume their SP will come to them. And he won't have to do anything because even if he would, he wouldn't. He couldn't. Could this happen? Yes, I told you it could. I don't see that I'm writing a few times. Doesn't matter, Alexandra. I don't think she knows she's spamming. Doesn't matter. She doesn't spam. I'm just joking. 49. 50. Okay, that's okay, guys. Thank you. I'm from Colombia. Just assume that in Colombia, law of assumption is starting to be new and people starting to awaken and assume that you are the best law of assumption coach in your country or in the world. When Boris, I will tell you, Melissa, when you will see my face, I'll tell you. Thank you. With Boris, she talks a lot of God as people see it external from themselves. Pleases everyone. Well, I think that she sees it more as a business. It's like, look, it's like some coaches do a little soup and they take a little from the one coach and a little from Neville and they do this whole big hole of soup and they don't really stick to one. Like, I don't know if you know, Elena, is this guy that he was stealing content from me and what's his name? Jonuts Jakob. And he just made a whole soup from me, he also took what Tom from Be Something Wonderful says and from Laws, and he made this whole soup. And he doesn't have his own style, he doesn't have his own teachings. Because honestly, for me to be a good coach, you should teach people from things that you have tried yourself and things that worked for yourself. And I believe that your own life experiences and how manifestation worked for you is the best teaching of all. Like, I do agree with Neville, he was the best teacher, but what worked for Neville might not work for you guys. Like, he says he's more of a visualizer, but just because Neville says do sats, it doesn't mean that only when you do sats you manifest. Because you were manifesting since you were born. I really do believe that you weren't doing sats your whole life. He talks down to you a lot. Baby Cupcakes, you're not a guest in his life. He is a guest in your life. Okay? When you will realize this, but truly realize, not only hear it and intellectually realize it, but to your core, understand it to your core, that everyone in your reality is a guest in your house, is a guest in your reality, and they should behave. You are not a guest in their lives, they are a guest in our lives. You understand? I've been wanting the same thing. What do you want, Fee? Jumping in a new reality? You are doing this regardless. Thank you, Elena. And about the healing, I see it as manifesting in steps, best version of self, but becomes a rabbit hole. he takes hours sometimes to view my messages and sometimes doesn't reply, so I feel unwanted. Don't allow something in the 3D decide if you are unwanted or unloved. Don't allow the 3D is too insignificant and it has no privilege to decide who you are. You get to decide who you are. No, not Mr. Manifest, you're not Jacob. Funny Potato Coach, yes. He has been collecting photos of me and my kids and he says he will expose me. He said I'm ugly, it hurts, I'm not ugly at all. I want you to be safe, baby cupcakes, regardless if you want this guy or not. Obviously, you don't want the version of him that he is right now. So I would rather suggest you don't engage and you don't entertain this version of him because it really gets hurtful. And I don't want you to be bullied in any kind of way. I really want you to be safe. And this sounds kind of a little emotional abuse. So I would rather suggest you disengage yourself from having any kind of communication with this version of him and allow, like, as long as you don't focus on that version of him that is a total dick ass, you can allow the best version of him show up in your reality. But you must stop focusing on this version of him. I'm too lazy for sats also. I literally fall asleep. Bohr says that Neville did not have trauma or unfavorable self-concept because his mom said to him, you are a Neville, as if he was royalty. Yeah, well, did Bohr's manifest a specific person? I really think she's still living with her parents, honestly. Not only him, there are other coaches that in their guide include parts of other coaches' guides. Yeah. Yes, Christian, I understood. Coaches from Romania. Well, it's actually a big soup in Romania. I love you too, baby cupcakes. Surprise, surprise. Hello, Z. Hello, Andrea. Baby cupcakes deserve so much better. Yes, she deserves a version of a man that would take care of her. She's still crying in her pillows about that. Lol. About what? Hey, Andrea. Thank you, user, for likes. Today, TikTok is... Hey, Lil Z World. Yep. Won't show the viewers. I'll assume the best of TikTok, honestly. She's still crying in her pillows about that, not manifesting an SP. It's not like... But how can you coach someone if you don't have if you didn't manifest your SP? How do you handle bad moments when something triggers you from the 3D? You allow yourself, Andrea, to be triggered. Wait, so you can look me in the eyes. Yeah, I'm a little cutie pie. So, Andrea, you allow yourself to get triggered in the 3D. You have your cry, you have your pity party. I suggest more than one day is useless. So you allow yourself to do whatever you want, cry, be a victim for as long as you want. Feel your feelings, have a good cry, be angry, curse your 3D. Feel your feelings, let them come out. And then when you're more stable and more relaxed and more safe and more, how do I say it? When you're more over crying over the 3D, Take a step back and see how those bad moments were just a reflection of your insecurities and of your fear. And then you understand, oh, it's just a bad moment, it will go away. It doesn't mean I'm not going to get my manifestation. It doesn't mean that I'm not the operant power. It doesn't mean that I won't get my stuff. It doesn't mean that the 3D is against me. It doesn't mean that the 3D has free will. It doesn't mean anything. It was just a bad moment. It was just a bad man. It was just a manifestation of my bad thoughts. That's it. I'll be more careful from now on, and I'll have a clearer mental diet to not allow myself to put myself through so much pain. Okay, I decide specific poop is the best version of him, but what do I do? Where? Where do I do now? Yeah, I'm ready for my French. Give it to me. I'm not gonna answer any questions. I'm just gonna have my French right now. Ooh la la! This is cute. Oh, thank you so much. I have to go unless I'm not a millionaire. I have to get up for work at 5:30 in the morning. Bye. No, don't go, Alexandra. What do you work? What time is it there? Just 1 minute, guys, to talk a little with Alexandra, and then I'm going to and then I'm going to answer her questions. Come on, Alexandra, you left? That was it? Thank you, Melanie. Did Alexandra leave? You should answer my questions. Where do you work and what time is it there for you? Anyway, I'll just assume she will. Thank you, Melissa, for my Frenchie. Thank you, Sue Williams. I have a question because today I just cried about everything in my life. I have good days when I feel like God, and then I realize that maybe I do not want this SP anymore. Yes, look, it's perfectly okay if you don't want this body, because you actually want the body. The body is that changes. The behavior is, you can find the same behavior in different bodies because the behavior is set by you. Not that their body is not your manifestation, because they do have the characteristics that you like. But if you are getting bored of their body and you want a different body, you can manifest a different SP. It doesn't really matter. But if you're giving up because you don't believe that you can get your SP and you still want him, like you still want this SP, I would suggest you don't give up, because you give up on you. And then I go, I want my SP. Yes, because you do want your SP. It's just that maybe you don't want the version of them. You don't want this version that is a jackass. But this version is also your manifestation. So what you do is that you assume that he's the new version right now. And you assume like he's a different person. And when I say he's a different person, assume he's his twin brother or something. Like this is a different person, total different person with a new story, with a new past, with a new present, with a new future. Don't assume that you are changing the old SP. Assume he's a different person entirely. Because they are different versions. They are not the same version. Even if the body is the same. Like it's like you keep the manifestation of the body, you keep the body characteristics the same, which is also a manifestation. But you change the program. But you keep the same body. But you put a different program in the same body, you understand? I hope this makes sense. And I hope my dog didn't bark loud enough. No, please don't. No. You're not gonna bark right now, please. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, thank you, Cinnamon. So she's 11. She's such a whiny ass. Going to sleep 11 o'clock. Who goes to sleep 11 o'clock? Can I manifest a physical change, like more strength? Bad at defending myself. Of course, Jade. Of course. I remember what Muhammad Ali said when I'm saying about the boxer. He said, watch me how great I am. You can use that. Like I'm so strong. I can get one punch and everyone is down. I don't know where this fucking strength came. I'm so fucking strong. Like how strong am I? And imagine yourself as being strong. And when I say imagine, I don't say visualize. I say feel yourself to be strong. Commit that you're not in the right spot. Please go away. Not under the table with all these cables around, please. Baby Cupcakes, have you done any inner child work that really helped me with my past issues? No, because I had a bad experience with my inner child. I'm not going to do this with inner child and stuff because I don't believe we are the same version. I don't believe that we are the version that needs to be healed because we are infinite versions of self. And why would I sit around and heal the victim version when I can hop into the version of me that never had trauma in the first place? You're welcome, Teoamo. And this is my dog's drinking water. What about revising? Good idea, thank you. Hey Shoes, can someone tell me how many viewers I have? Now since Alexandra left, one less. $46, thank you Melanie. Thank you guys, thank you. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Claudia. Hey, Koki, Mary, how are you? For SP behavior change, is it better to affirm or to imagine? Do whatever you like. Like, look, it's better to affirm or imagine. Everything is imagination. You meant visualize. Affirm or visualize. Look, if you can visualize, visualize. If you like to affirm, affirm. It's whatever you like. So look what happens. For the SP behavior change, it's not that you change the behavior in your SP. It's like you try to change the reflection without you changing Z. So you change self and you say, I'm the person that receives the best behavior in people. I'm the person that is treated with respect. I'm the prize. I'm too precious to lose. And they change. If you do still have a story that I'm treated with respect by everyone but them, you would have to change the story about them also. Like, I'm treated with respect from everyone. You understand? How are you, Mary? Tina, how can I affirm that the people that I don't like go away? You address them like go away. Like I did that with a friend of mine. I didn't want to change the story and I really did want her to go away. Bobby, you're drinking water so loud. You had enough water. I can swear, like he can drink 5 liters of water and still wants to drink some more. So that's how you affirm people that you don't like go away. You just say, I don't want you in my reality anymore. You're done. I deactivate you. And they might pop up once or twice, but know that you have deactivated them. CJ, what would you say is too long when manifesting SP? Like, when do I need to look if something's wrong? Nothing is wrong, Melissa. Stop assuming something's wrong. Honestly. Please stop assuming something's wrong. So just because it took 1 month or it took 2 months, it doesn't mean that something's wrong. No, stop focusing on time. Stop giving the meaning that because it didn't manifest in a second from now, it means there's something wrong. No, I'm doing everything perfect. Nothing is wrong. I make no mistakes. Because he thirsty, yes. Is the puppy's world and we just live in it? Yes, I do agree with that. I allow myself to be a puppet in their worlds. Look, baby cupcakes, as I can see, you do have a problem of authority in your life, and you do have a problem of someone having authority over you. But that's why I made the post, because I'm pretty sure most of us didn't have good childhood. I didn't have good childhood, but I do recall when I manifested my bad circumstances in my childhood, and I do remember when I manifested so much hell for myself. So look, you have to understand you're not a fucking child anymore. You're not a 2-year-old child to take orders from anyone. You can either let the story, and if you don't want to change your parents' behavior, don't. You're not obligated, but don't take your cues just because your parents are being disrespectful that you can allow someone else to be disrespectful to you. I do understand that you did manifest what you manifested unconsciously, but now that you do know that you have, let's just say, hope. I don't like the word hope because hope implies waiting, but just because that you do know manifestation works, you should know better for yourself. Like, you're not that child anymore. You're not a child. You're not a fucking 2-year-old. You do have a child. You have a child, don't you? You and someone else shoot you. Someone else manifested their grandma to die also. So you do have 2 kids. So you know how it feels to be a parent, don't you, baby cupcakes? So why do you allow your specific person to be your parent, abusing you? You do know how it feels to be authority, don't you, baby cupcakes? You're a mother. You have authority over your children. You tell them what to eat, when to eat. You tell them when to go to sleep. At least you did when they were smaller. You're the parent right now. The 3D is your child. Tell it what to do. It doesn't know what to do. Your 3D has the brain of a 2-year-old. And it's still a wrong assumption, because a 2-year-old will do all the bullshit and then you'll sit around and repair it. Your 3D is a child. So don't grin and bear it. Set your foot down. And I'm not saying in the 3D. Don't do it in the 3D. Or do it if you have good assumptions. If you have self-confidence, do it. I would also want you, baby cupcakes, to write a letter to your parents and get all of this trauma and pain off. And cry as much as you can. I really want you to write like 2 letters, baby cupcakes. Write a letter of anger where you say all the awful things that you want to say to them. Write them the letter. Never send the letter, of course. But write the letter so that you can release your feelings of anger and hate towards them. And then write the letter where you forgive them. Because don't forget, they are still your reflections. They are still your creation. They are still your manifestations. I don't think it's possible for me to change the story to like them. Well, don't change the story, Tina. If you don't care, like losing 1 hologram, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You lose 1 hologram, you gain 10 others. So don't change the story of them if you don't want to. Like, for real, I didn't like the body anymore. I didn't want a body anymore in my life. I didn't want to change the story. I just said, who the fuck cares? A hologram less. Who cares? So I ordered her to leave. to be deactivated from my reality. I said I don't want anything to do with this person anymore. Why can't she just disappear? And she popped up in my 3D again, and I said, 3D, I told you I want her out of here. Didn't you get my command? And then she disappeared. And then I observed it after a month, and I said, great job, 3D, thank you again. CJ, can we manifest someone die, or that's wrong? Because I guess that I manifest my grandma die. I told you someone else did it. A friend of mine did it. Now, why would you want them to die? I don't know. This is your part of reality. Do you have something against it? If you do hold anger about their behavior, you can assume they change. Thank you, Divine Goddess. Thomas just invited me for a wedding and date, but not the Thomas I'm manifesting. It doesn't matter. This is a BBL. So, Cinnamon, just assume that the Thomas you are manifesting is going to invite you too. If it's not your end, it's a bridge of incidents. Take it as a BBL, yes, but don't settle for the BBL. I just said that my grandma, okay. So why, when I decided, well, do the same. Do the same. Have the same energy you had have the same feelings you have the same conviction. But probably you didn't care about her too much. I think my problem is that I miss sometimes my SP, and I sometimes think there is no movement. What do you mean you miss your SP? Have inner conversations. They are not separate from you. Look, your SP is just the piece of puzzle. Do you want to know what your SP is regarding to you? Like I am me, and the SP would be this. This is the SP. This. A piece of me. Although they do seem that they have the same body count, but they're still this. This. Do you see how small of a piece they are from you? You manifest fucking houses and buildings, and they are bigger than you, but they are still a piece of you, a piece of your imagination. Bobby, this is not the time to ask for huggies. That is working. Do you want to see the people? Can the people see you? I don't think the people can see you. Why can the people see you? Can you say hi? Can you really say hi? Say hi from me. You don't. You're too shy. Back to work. Back to work. So Mary, just have inner conversations with them because they're not separate from you, okay? There is always movement. You decide there's always movement. Why would you say there is no movement? Like you decide if there's movement or not. It's just you. It's you. There is no outside of you. I told the 3D what to do the other day, and it's done because I'm God. Perfect. I did that to my parents and it helped me so much. Perfect, Melanie. I am mostly maybe 3 days, okay, that I am sometimes desperate. It doesn't matter, Corky. Just assume, Mary, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm desperate. This is just a state. It's not who I am. The state will go away. I know that I'm okay. I know that I'm the God of my reality. I have so much proof. I do reverse engineer. I see what I've manifested. I see that I'm the only one in charge. No one has free will. And stop assuming that maybe 3 days were okay. And stop expecting that after 3 days I'm gonna be rubbish. I want to do that to my baby daddy because I want to do that to my baby daddy, but I don't because my kids need him. Well, just assume he's the best baby daddy. And I don't have to deal with him. Do that, Melanie. Don't deal with him in the 3D. And some synchronicities will happen when he will come and you will not be home, or you will be missing when he will come see the children, or you'll have things to do. I had a BBL. Kamita, what are you focusing on? The Bluey cartoon is on the other side, you know? Wait. Stop playing with her. Plate. You're making a lot of noises. People came here for answers and you're playing with your plate. I got the BBL on Saturday. The wife of SP's brother texted me and I thought that what he would do. Nice, my SP is in the lighter than me is a specific Chihuahua poop. I was trying to be kind towards your hologram. Did you guys see the puppy? I don't know if they showed. Girl? Where's my girl? Can you come? People want to see you. They didn't see you the other time. Oh, here she is. Oh, you're so hot and clear. This is my girl. She's my favorite one. Yes, she is. We've been through such a lot of things. Hey, puppy. I love your eyes. I love you too, Bobby. But people got to see you in the previous life. They never got to see my girl. Hey, Blue Bentley. What is BBL beside Big Butt Lift? Nothing. Yeah. Birds before land. We're the land, baby. We're the birds also. We are everything. We are our specific potatoes. We are our specific people. We are our job, our boss. If it weren't for them, they wouldn't even exist. I wanted you to show the dogs this time too, and they came now. Did you see them, Bentley? Did you see them? Because it showed me that you joined a little after I showed my girl. And they are both here. Both of my dogs are here, but I don't think that they will show. Come on. Yeah. Stay here for Bentley. He wants to see you. Oh, my girl. And the boy. Come on, boy. Baby, let him be the star also. He's your brother, for God's sake. Oh, now they're both in the picture. Oh, fuck me, yeah. Yes, they are both in the picture, my babies. Specific dogs, yes, everything is us. And I was having a conversation with a friend today, and I was asking her, because she's in the process of manifesting her SP. And I was asking her, like, did you realize something? And she told me, what? Did you realize that if you die tomorrow, your whole world will die with you? Like, are you guys aware that when we leave this meat suit, the 3D is going to be gone? That the 3D will not continue after us? Can you understand how powerful we are? And can you understand that if we cease to exist in this meat body, the 3D will cease to exist? Because how can reality exist without the perceiver? We are the observer, we are the perceiver, we are the creator. When Source dies in this meat suit, everything that it has created dies with it. And I thought the example of the dream at night, where you see the dream at night and you see the people and the buildings and the cars and the lakes and everything that you see, you dream at night. When you wake up in the morning, the dream vanishes. Because the version of you that was in that dream died. So it took the creation with it. And I was saying, like, fuck, we give life to this whole universe. We give life to our 3D. And sometimes we get stuck in manifesting a specific potato that is our creation. And we are so much more, and we have so much more power. Imagine the power you have that you created the birds, the sky, and you create every second your 3D reality. And you're here stuck, believing you cannot manifest your specific person. Thank you, Chichu. Claudia, how old do you think 3D is? Days, months, years, a combination of all? I think it's seconds. Milliseconds, Claudia. I think that it's milliseconds. It has been proven to me. It has been like, think about, and this is not an actual, how do I say it? I thought about something and I think that in a minute it got reflected. So this is how old it is. If you're asking me like how old the 3D is, days, months, years, if you're asking me so that you can find a little bit how long it's going to take for your manifestation to show up and how long you have to deal with your present circumstances, because you know that your circumstances are old reflection. And if you're asking me this so that you can get the answer for how long am I going to continue to do this, then you got the question wrong. Everything can end up right now. The situation can change in the second. The second you decide the outcome that you want, the 3D changes, starts bending over to do your will. The second you decide. This is deep. Yes, wish fulfilled. Sometimes it irritates me when I hear that you have to change the assumptions so that the external changes, but I don't know which have bad assumptions. Well, Mary, what were your patterns? Like when you start manifesting your SP, what's the resistance that you encounter? It's not possible. People don't change. He will always be like that because I got proof that he's a narcissist. Men are always like that. See for what reasons you broke up with him. See for what reasons you didn't get the relationship you wanted. What's the main reason? And that's how you're going to find out your assumptions. Analyze your life and see, how did I create? What were my patterns? In love, in money, in etc., etc., etc. But I'm not saying you have to change the assumptions. I'm saying, Mary, change your state, change your mindset, because every mindset comes with a new set of assumptions. So when let's just say, for example, you start deciding that from now on, I will use the I always get what I want mindset. Well, that I always get what I want mindset has its own set of assumptions. If you add I always get what I want, when I want it, and how I want it, guess what the assumptions would be in that mindset. So I'm not saying change the assumptions, I'm saying change your mindset. Step into a different mindset, and that different mindset has a different set of assumptions, beliefs, and reflections, because you are a different person and different source. Activating a different mindset in you as source will activate a different reflection, will activate a different 3D. It made me be at ease about going under when the times comes. Yes, I know. TikTok kept blocking my not alive word. TikTok, let's just keep our assumptions clean for TikTok, because it tries to update. But if I say I'm his wife and live in the end, then doesn't it matter or what assumption you have? No, it doesn't matter. But what kind of wife are you? Are you a happy wife? Are you a wife that is seen as a prize? Are you the wife that is too precious to lose? Or are you a wife that is afraid her husband is going to leave her? Are you a wife that doesn't get good treatment from her wife? Sorry, just talking for my case. Doesn't get good treatment from her husband. Perfect V. I unconsciously manifested a third person and he proposed to her. Yes, did you have the assumption that everyone gets what they want but not me? He did it with her. Why is always me that I never get what I want? Why is it always me that has to do stuff? Why her and not me? Hey Michelle. Ooh, me like it. This new mindset comes with a new set of assumptions. Well, yes, this is the truth. How do I embody that me and my son are the priority and he treats us like I want him to? I'm the priority. You just ask yourself, how would I feel if I knew I'm the priority? I would feel at ease knowing I have a husband that treats me as I want. How would I feel if I knew I'm loved? And even now that I say these words, I embody that feeling. Can you all guys ask yourselves, I don't know how many people are, I'm not going to ask again. Can we all, right now, as I ask the question, can you ask the question yourselves and see what feelings comes with the answer? If no feeling comes, don't worry. But if any feeling comes, I want you all guys to write it down. Hey Kalinka, we are doing a challenge right now. Congratulations for joining. So I want you all guys to ask yourselves, how would I feel if I were the priority? Sit within yourselves. Catch the mood and write it down in the chat. How would I feel if I knew I'm loved? How would I feel if I knew that regardless of what I think and feel, I can trust my person to choose me? How would I feel knowing that the 3D has my back? What do you feel, guys? What feeling do you have? Is it anxious? Perfect, Bentley. Yes. Safe. Perfect. You feel the same, Elisa, because you didn't really ask the question. Ask the question again. Safe and secure. Perfect. Perfect. Empowered. Yes. Perfect. Safe, important. Perfect. So you see, guys, after all, the feeling we were chasing all along, that feeling was being safe, not worrying, not doubting, knowing that everything will be okay. So we've been chasing the feeling that everything will be okay. So that's why you feel the same, Elisa, you see? So whenever you feel yourself that he's not writing to you, or that you are not a priority, or that your child is not a priority, ask yourself, instead of asking in the chat, before even phrasing that question from your mouth, before even the words, in the second that the thought appears, and you start overthinking that thought, ask yourself, the thought came that I'm not a priority. Okay, doesn't matter. How would I feel if I knew I'm a priority? CJ, would you do a long meditation in YouTube? No, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna put my girlfriend do it. I'm too lazy to do meditations. But I think she'll record it and then you'll see it in the YouTube, yes. It will be in her own voice. Okay, back to the question, guys. I literally almost fell asleep in this feeling of being safe. It sent me straight to bed. It's not about the time, it's about how much we let the 3D change, about the state of our new reality. The 3D always changes because the 3D is not real, it's not set in stone. I can't help but assume my parents were bad people once but have become better. Assume what, baby cupcakes? Does this assumption that they were bad people, does this assumption benefit you? It doesn't. I've manifested so much easily, big things, even I think I'm thinking too much about it. Yes, you're overthinking, cocky. So when the desire arises, guys, first of all, I have manifested so many desires. I started overthinking, I started being anxious and doubtful, and then I just had to Abdullah myself and say, what the fuck do you want? Wait. Stop overthinking. Whoa, take it easy, wait. What do you want? I want this. Okay, done. Now go live your life. And within a day or two, it manifested out of thin air, without me having to take any action. The bridges of incidents were hilarious because it seemed like I was the perfect person at the right time in the right second. If we decide something, manifestation should be instant. But when it's not, what does it mean? Cinnamon, it means that you're giving it the meaning that it's not instant. How do you know it's not instant? Just because you can perceive it with your eyes? And to be honest, manifestation is first done within. Like in the moment when you say, okay, this is mine. The manifestation is done within. The 3D is just a reflection. But when I manifested SP back, he was like the version I wanted for a week and then he changed. How did this happen so quickly? I know. Melissa, did you feel it was too good to be true when he was the version you wanted? And this is not going to last? He was going to go back to his old habits? Write the answer in the chat. I tell myself, Andrea, das Curivinella, you're in Barbados. Das Curivinella, this is nice. We Romanian have I like manifesting in Romanian because we have such a language that is perfect for commands. I mean, yeah, okay, American language, like, I'm gonna have this fucking shit. But in Romanian, it has so much power. It's just so empowered. We have like all these curses and our language is so empowering. No, but I wasn't feeling worthy. Now I feel worthy and better than ever. So you understood your feelings. So why do you ask me how did it happen so quickly? I'm not worthy of such an amazing guy. What did I ever do to deserve him? Oh no! Because probably you weren't feeling worthy enough for a long time, Melissa. And even though you can do reverse engineer and you can see that if that manifested instantly, then I guess everything manifests instantly, right? If him changing the behavior to being an asshole manifested so fast, then him becoming the version of him that I want is also going to manifest so fast. Don't compare, Melissa. Don't compare a manifestation with the other manifestation. Don't compare. Please don't find yourself comparing. You are overthinking this, honestly. Can only one person tell me how many viewers I have? but only one person. 30. Thank you, Melissa. 31, 28. Okay, thank you, guys. Always +1. Because I'm the viewer myself, right? Is that what you meant? Wish fulfilled? Real-time performance, and it doesn't show anything. Whatever happened. +3 or +2? Okay. I know I deserve the best and he should feel lucky to even be in my life, and I was so angry because of this. Yeah, me and the dogs, yeah, you see? Elena told it better. So, I know I deserve the best, so he should feel lucky. Yes, this is the kind of mindset you want to have, Melissa. But not with angry. Know that you're the best. Know that there is no other option. There is no other choice. How can there be? You're the only source. How can a hologram choose another hologram? Like, wouldn't a hologram choose his master? Wouldn't the creation return to its creator? Wouldn't the creation choose the creator? Because I have a private account and no one can see me here. What do you mean? I see you here. What do you mean you have a private account? Cassie Shanshan. How to stop my mind from triggering me while my manifestation materializes. You don't give any attention to your mind. You take the reins. Your mind doesn't get to control you because your mind is your tool. It doesn't get the other way around. Your source, not your mind. Your mind is just a tool. Your thoughts are tools to access new realities, to access new scenarios. And based on your thoughts, you decide what realities you want to entertain. Maybe I should change my place. Let's see, maybe right now TikTok has better. I don't know how to get treated right. You decide you're going to be treated right, baby cupcakes, because you're worthy of wonderful behavior. Why wouldn't you? Yes, but I was feeling that he would instantly come back. We'll allow him to come back. Now you're saying I felt like he would come back and he didn't. Like I was expecting him coming back, but I also was bracing for impact that maybe this time this is going to be different. Maybe this time my manifestation won't manifest so fast. Maybe this time the circumstances will be different. No one can see me or people watching your life. Oh, why not? Yes, wish fulfilled at the moment. Only 13 out of 30 people are listed in the viewer list. You're not. How would you manifest a new job? I would decide that I have the job that I want. I would decide that the job that I want is going to reveal itself to me. That's how I manifested my girlfriend. The job that I want will reveal itself to me. I don't have to do anything. And the next day, there she was. So trust that your new job is going to reveal itself to you. And trust me, my girlfriend popped up in my screen. Like we were matching or something. Although I don't have Tinder or anything. I didn't have any SP applications. But she did pop up on an application I hadn't used in years. And she said, maybe this person matches your interests. And I said, oh, okay, why not? And then we matched. But I remember that was the command I gave. Like the ideal woman will reveal herself to me. And I let it at that. I even joked about it. Wait, what? So cool. Yes, and actually it was. She popped up in my Facebook dating. Who the fuck uses Facebook dating? Specific Potato has to listen to my command. Specific Potato has listened to your command. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the gifts. Hey Drew. How are you, Drew? Long time no see. Specific Potato is always listening to your commands. He doesn't have anything better to do, trust me. How can I stop being angry and know I created this, but still? Well, you're only angry on yourself. SP dying to listen to my command. They are willingly listening to our commands. Sometimes I want to give up. You're only going to give up on yourself, E. You're only going to give up on yourself. I'm thinking about closing the live and starting all over again. I don't like the way I cannot see anything. I don't have control over this. I don't understand why, hey Crystal, I don't understand, Mary, why we are tired of assuming the best of ourselves, but we are not tired of being the victim. So we're tired of believing we're gonna get our manifestations, but we're not tired of believing that we won't. Hey Crystal, specific poop is going to do what I say because he has to, because he has no free will, no power of decision, because regardless, he's just reflecting you. Guys, allow me to close the live and then I'm going to join again. I'm going to do a restart. I'm going to do a reset. Okay? So see you guys in 5 minutes. I don't like that I cannot see what's going on. Okay guys, see you in 5 minutes.